Good evening. It's Wednesday, the 18th of December, 2024. It's 8 minutes past 6 here in the UK. Welcome to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But it's not my story, it's not your story. Today's story is all about the Porsche 911 GT2 RS Club Sport 25 Limited Series event. That's a mouthful. What I've decided to do is to break this into two parts. So this will be part one. And obviously, this is within Real Racing 3 update 13. There's a couple of chats on the YouTube side. Ayaka Yokotat says, "Hi, Mr. Tony. How are you? I am very well, thank you very much. I hope you are too on this. Well, I guess it's a Wednesday morning where you are, or maybe it's just about to turn afternoon. So I hope you are well too. I am. Yes, thank you. And Carlos Guerra is back in the chat as well. Welcome along, Carlos. Carlos says, "Hello, I'm back. Good to have you back. Thanks for joining. Thanks for commenting in the chat. Good to read your chats again. Right, so let's get the iPad screen shared and get some volume on. Oh, hello. Oh, there it is. Right. Okay, so this morning I got my reward for last week's weekly time trial, and that was 50 gold. Going into the game, as I do every day, I got a daily reward, and the daily reward was 6 plus 6 gold, so a total of 12 gold. So I'm almost at 600 gold. Hopefully, I'll be able to go above 600 gold with this new event. I do already have the car, but let's just get on. So it's not so much that this is I'm not sure if this is a flashback event. I suspect I won the car in a normal event, and every now and then they release a limited series. The good news, though, if I do actually go into it, do a start now, and I've just select one of the whatever. Just select one of the races. I'll select elimination first. I do actually have a day's worth of instant upgrades, which I'm not going to touch, and instant servicing, which is why I'm able to break it into two parts. So at the very least, I'll get up to 50% today, and then I'll take it as far as I can in tomorrow's stream. With it being an hour's worth of servicing, tomorrow's stream will be earlier in the day, so I can still use the free servicing that's available. Also in the chat is on the YouTube side is Lee Melvin, and he says hello. Hello, Lee. Welcome along. Good to see your hello in the chat. So let's just get on with it. I think, as I said, even though I've split it into two parts, it will still be a little bit of a long one. Actually, let me just come out. But does it tell me what the breakdown is? Yes, it does. So, at the very least, I'll get 5 gold and 10 gold. And I may go up a fame level. And if so, that'll be at least 66 gold. So that's not bad for I say a day's work. This isn't work, obviously, but you know what I mean. For a little bit of fun on the old Real Racing 3. Oh, Lee's still waiting for his. Well, Lee, that's not till next week. And Carlos says he was playing Minecraft, but he's decided to take a little break. Well, yeah, it's good to have you back. Thanks for watching my stream. So always a pleasure. Right, let's get on. Let's get in. No, don't tell me that. Let's get racing. Now, in fairness, I do think this car should be okay. It's got a great big massive spoiler on the back, so hopefully it's got a bit of downforce to it, unlike the Porsche I was racing the other day, the Taycan Turbo S. Yeah, already I can tell this is reasonably okay. Oh, there we go. Already into first. I suppose I should show everyone what my upgrade status on this car is, which I haven't done. So I will do that after I've just finished this elimination. Been a little bit rushed today. Lots of things going on, especially with the lead up to Christmas. But that's normal. Oh wow, I do like this car. Yes. Put a great big massive spoiler on the back, and it's okay. Let's have a quick look what it's like inside. Yeah, it's a proper motorsport car. It's got yeah, it's not bad at all. I'm not a fan of this view, so I'll go back to there. Carlos is asking, do I like Minecraft? It's not that I don't like it. I don't play it. So it doesn't float my boat. To be fair, I know lots of people do. It's just not a game I've ever really got into. He says he was remembering the old times to do with Minecraft. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I don't think it's a game I ever got into. But I don't have any objections to it. It's just not my cup of tea. Okay, so let me just go back a bit because I'm steaming ahead and not going through what this car is at. So I own this car, so I don't need. There we go. Free. So again, I reckon I've raced this car and won this car in another event. Um, in terms of what I've read online, though, it does sound like to complete this limited series, you've actually got to go above the current PR spec of 90.9. So if that is a case, I won't be doing it because the next set of goals is very expensive. So yeah, definitely won't be doing that. I mean, look, the brakes are the cheapest at 125, so it is a very expensive car, and probably overall, I suspect it's more expensive than the Ferrari, F8 Tributo that we raced the other day in the event. But I've already got the car. Everything's upgraded to free across the board. It's reckon it's cost an absolute fortune. Let's carry on racing. Carlos has said in Minecraft, it's cool, man. Lots of creativity to do. Hours pass very quickly. Yeah, that's probably why I never picked it up. It's one of the reasons why I do like Real Racing 3 because it is a game that although you can spend a lot of time playing, it's one of those games you can pick up and put back down again. So 2%. So I would imagine I've got 16 tiers here. 1, 2, 4, 8. Yes, 16 tiers. Let's see how far I can get into this. So speed record next. Now, at this stage, I'm not worrying about starting past the start line because I think the car's so over-spec for this particular event or this particular race. I should hit the finish line well above whatever the target miles per hour goal is to finish in first. Now, I will just do a little break when I done a bit of racing and just go through how much this car will cost in terms of our dollars and in terms of gold, just in regards to getting it up to 3 upgrades across all 7 components. So I will touch upon that, but I'll do that just a little bit later. Then there we go, easily into first. Yeah, so obviously with a great big massive spoiler on the back, this car's okay in terms of handling. Not a massive surprise there, I suspect. Now, again, even though the car, I'm not sure if it's technically a motorsport car or a considered a road collection. If I come out, let's have a look. And if I go to garage, if I go into motorsport, is the car? No, it's interesting, isn't it? Because technically speaking, I would class this car as a motorsports car, but it's actually in the road collection by the looks of it. Let's just go in. Let's go in there again. So the car's selected. And then I'll come out and I'll go into the garage, but this time I'll select road garage. There we are. So it is in 2 series. So season 1, Indomitable. It is the top car in that series. But I haven't got it fully upgraded, and I don't want to because it is so expensive. I would definitely, in terms of winning it, it kind of makes sense to do this series and win it. But I wouldn't take it any further than what I'd have to, and then I'd be waiting for hopefully in the future a discount on the upgrades, so I could then fully upgrade it to 100%. But let me just have a quick look at a quick look at the car itself, and I'll just go through how much gold I have already spent on this car just to get it up to 3 across the board, and also how much our dollars I've already spent on this car. Okay, let's have a look. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely a very expensive car. So let's have a look. So again, just to give you an example, so effectively tier 1 of all the upgrades you can do in terms of our dollars, and then tier 2 is where you're spending your gold, and then tier 3 is where you're spending your R dollars. It's so tier 1 is looking like it's costing you at least 800,000, probably closer to 900,000 R dollars. In regards to gold on tier 2 across the board, it looks like an average of about 70 gold. So that's 490 gold. So this is a very expensive car. So again, if you don't have lots of gold and you are a little bit low on our dollars, it's probably a car you're going to have to skip, unfortunately. It's a very expensive car. Now, in terms of tier 3, which again is all R dollars, 328,700 for the engine. So we're talking a considerable amount of money. I'm going to put that at an average of about 275,000, which is a heck of a lot of money. Almost 2 million R dollars. So add that to the close to 800,000, 900. It's a very expensive car. So I'd be perfectly honest. I probably wouldn't rush to get this in this series if I didn't already have it, which is a shame because it is a nice car, but it's also a very expensive car. So there we go. It's an ouch. That is definitely an ouch. And again, in comparison to the events that we last did, which was the Ferrari F8 Tributo, although that car was costing close to 2 million R dollars, and I think in total round about 350 gold, it opened up so many more series, or you could use it in so many more series. This car, you've got one, and it's expensive out of the block, so to speak. 500 gold is a lot, but there we are. That's the cost of the car. I'd, as I said, if I didn't have this car with the amount of gold I've got, I'd be tempted to skip this. I really would, because it is expensive, and I also know that there is an alternative. I'm sure there's an alternative event that you can obviously do with cars. Each of the 7 components being upgraded to level 3. Whereas, as I said, I think you're going to have to spend even more gold to complete this this limited series. Now, the unfortunate thing is you won't know that until tomorrow, because I'm going to have to split the streams into 2 parts. So I will take this as far as I can, but it will be in tomorrow's stream. So we'll see. It is a good car to drive. The spoiler does make the difference in terms of downforce, and obviously it is pretty quick and pretty fast. Good acceleration, but good grief, is it expensive? So I'm going around Melbourne, so this might be a bit messy. At least I've only got 16 cars to overtake. I'm going to try my best just to be as neat as possible, but it is really hard around this track. See, look, I'm already hitting cars. I'm already up to 10th. Oh, into 8th. Again, I've got this car, so I would hope the reward for somebody that hasn't won this car, the reward to complete this series is a lot more than 50 gold. Again, that's something I can just double check. I'll just finish this particular race. So in the end, I got a bit messy there, but after finishing lap 1, I am in the lead, and I've just got another lap to go. Oh, but the handling's okay on this car, but I put it down to the fact it's got a great big massive ugly spoiler on the back of it, and that's why I think it's in the wrong series. I really do think this should be a car in the motorsport series and not in the road collection. And there we go. That's a victory. So let me just have a look and see what people would get rewarded. Oh, I've got my old mouse on the top screen. Sorry about that. If they were doing this in an attempt to win. Oh, yeah. So it does look like whether or not you've won the car or not, the reward is only 50 gold, which is really disappointing if that is the case. Yeah, 50 gold. Ooh. Yeah, again, everything about this series, if I didn't have the car, would be a no-no to me. It's just way too expensive, and the reward that you get back is way too low, which is a shame because it is. I say it's a nice car. It's not. I don't think it's particularly. I don't think it looks particularly stylish, but it is a fast car. It handles well. But that's as far as I would go. But in regards to anyone that has the car, it's potentially a free amount of gold. So you've got to do it. If you have already got the car, it's worthwhile having a race. I do think you've got to be very careful if you don't have the car, because it will be a drain on your funds. And in fairness, not just gold. It's going to be quite a drain on our dollars. Speed Snap. There we go. Still relatively straightforward, being the early tiers. It does look for me like I will break through that fame level in this stream racing this car. So maybe it's not all bad, but this is an expensive car. It's as good as the high-end supercars in terms of cost. Not as good in terms of rewards, though. Autocross. 28 seconds I've got to do this in. Up to this point, relatively straightforward. Relatively straightforward. Might as well service the car as it's free and instant, and will be for another 24 hours or just under 24 hours. Skip the video. Okay, so I'm at 11%, having done 5 races, which doesn't surprise me at all because it's only a series of 16 tiers rather than the normal 20. So race number 6 is a cup. It's suggesting the PR is 79.9. This is around the South Circuit on Lime Rock Park. It's a 2-lap special. My car's PR is 90.9, so this should be relatively straightforward. and we're still up against only 16 cars in total, up against 15 cars. So I'll just stay out of trouble on the first corner, go to the left so that I'm on the outside of the first corner. They'll all nip onto the inside, and I reckon I'll be up into at least 6 by coming out of this turn. Oh, okay, fine, 8th. There we go, 6. I was right. Onto the other side. Oh, actually, I'm going to do the inside now. And that's 4th. Oh. Yeah, so if I was anyone watching this stream and deciding whether or not to race this car, it is important to know the costs. So obviously I've given an indication of the cost up to 3 across the board, but please bear in mind there's a real possibility that won't be enough. So ideally I would hold off until tomorrow's stream and see how far I can get on 3 across the board, knowing that you've already spent close to 500 gold and close to 3 million R dollars, and that might still not be enough to have a high enough PR to completely finish this limited series. Okay. So that's tier 2 completed. %, 2 tiers down. Tier 3, let's do the drag race. Again, it'd be interesting how the drag race goes. I would imagine if it's a superstar, we probably will have quite a few gear changes very quickly. But let's see if that is the case. No, quite slow in fact. Okay, so only into the 5th gear. I think it was the 7th gear on the car that I was racing yesterday. So again, it's another feature I like in Real Racing 3, how it captures the different gear changes in the car. I'm not a big fan in general of the drag race though. But it's a quick and it's an easy race, so get it out of the way. And there we go. Nice and straightforward. There we go. Victory. Still not hitting that fame level up increase yet, though. So I'd still do reckon. Well, do you know what? There's a possibility I might not get it. I might be just right on the edge. But we'll see. Right, there we go. So that's the drag race done. So far, no problems. Not surprising, based on how the fact that the car's upgraded to 3 upgrades across the board. Elimination next. Mount panorama. Again, I would imagine this car is more than suitable for this track. I always like to stay out of trouble, so I'll take the first corner on the outside, and look at that, I'm already in first. So I am easily winning these early tiers, but it is only because the car has been upgraded to level 3 on each of the 7 components. So as each tier has a higher PR, I'm sure this will get harder and harder. And as I said, I've got an inkling the car isn't upgraded high enough to complete this limited series. And if that is the case, I'm not going to spend any gold on this car. It is just too expensive. But again, just another little tip here. If you do own the car already, you don't need to complete the series in the allotted time, which I think it's going to be 7 days. If you own the car, the limited series will remain open past that 7-day period. So potentially what that means is you don't have to spend a lot of money adding additional upgrades. What you could do is just take it as far as you can. The series remains open even in the next release. And if there is a discount on the upgrades on this car, you've got the opportunity of fully upgrading it, doing the exclusive series, finishing off this series that it's in, and going back to the limited series and collecting additional gold there. But don't take my word on that. I'll show you that in a week's time. Well, it'll be a little bit more than a week. I'll show you that on the 27th. Okay, so there we go. So 17%, one more race in Tier 3. It's the Nürburgring Sprint Circuit. Another cup race, another 2-lap special. Again, around the outside, staying out of trouble, already up into third, inside of the next corner, into first. Now it is the shorter track, so the turning around ever so shortly. There we go. Okay, so I am pushing it just a little bit, but I still kind of like the handling on this car. It's fine. So there we go. Lap 1 done. I'm in first place. I'm 500 yards ahead of second. Nothing particularly challenging at this moment in time, other than the potential cost of the car in terms of upgrades. There we go. Home stretch. Ayeka puts into the chat that Porsche is not too bad. You're right, it is one of the better Porsches, but it has got a massive, ugly spoiler on the back of it. Okay, there we go. Car needs servicing. It's free and it's instant, at least for the next 23 hours and 20-ish minutes. Tier 4 unlocked. Skip video. 20%. I will hit 25% once I've completed these next 3 races. So, Hunter, again on the Lime Rock Park circuit. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Again, being a limited series, you are never competing against human opponents. It's always computer opponents. So the Hunter is always a little bit easier to compete in and to be first. Oh, and the same can be said of the endurance, which is the race that will be next. There we go. Okay, there we go. So that should take me up to 22%. So I reckon if you'd only applied the minimum amount of upgrades, which would have been tier 1, because there are dollars only, you didn't want to spend any gold, this would be as far as you could go. You'd be able to do this. You'd be able to do the endurance, and then I'm pretty sure you would not be able to race in the cup until you've applied at least one of the level 2 upgrades. So again, endurance. Again, because it's a limited series, there we go. 6.3 miles is the maximum you're going to get against a computer opponent. Sometimes I've seen it a little bit higher, 6.7, 6.9, but it does mean endurance is a lot easier to complete, even in online mode, when you're competing in a limited series. And the reason being is because you never race a human opponent in a limited series. But I think that's enough. I've probably done that one to death, so I'll shut up about that now. At least for the next 5 minutes. I'm not even bothered about not getting me 10 seconds, because this car is so much quicker. I do the 6.3 miles very easily. So I'm not even thinking about it. In fact, I'm just going to bomb round. Strategically, it's not the best advice, but I mean, look, I've done 1 lap. I've got 90 seconds on the board. I've done 2 miles. There's no way I'm not going to get first on this. So there we go, halfway stage, and I've still got 80 seconds on the clock. Two laps done, 84 seconds on the clock. I do 1 more lap, I've got first. There we go. Six miles done. Coming into the third, second, and first. So that's third, that's second, and that's first. And that's with just blasting around, not worried about whether or not I score 10 seconds when I pass an opponent. Eight miles on the clock now. Okay, that's 9 miles. Still got 50 seconds on the clock. Three. 10 miles on the clock. 10 miles scored. 40 seconds left on the clock. Oh. Did push a little bit too hard there. 11 miles. .30 seconds. 20 seconds. Still got 20 seconds. Over 12 miles done. Not sure I'm going to get another lap in. Ah, that's fine. There we go. Fame right on the edge. Very close to going up a fame level. Service the car, it's free and it's instant. So I guess that takes me up to 24%. There we go. Okay, so 82.1 is the PR for the Cup in Tier 4. It's 3 laps. So this is for a reward having gone past 25%. And I suspect I may even get a fame upgrade as well. Just going to try and stay out of trouble again. Up into 10th. 7th. I'm going to go around the outside here. They're all bunching up together. I'm not sure I got one then. Try it again on the outside. Another one down. Make that 2. Yeah, the handling on this car is so much better. I feel I can control it just a little bit more than the cars that we've been racing in the previous streams. Already in first, 2 laps to go, 50 yards ahead of second. Now I can really let it go. Okay, final lap, 400 yards ahead of second. Well, just pushing it a bit too hard, just testing the limits of this car. Nothing at all to do with my bad driving. I think I did go off track there, to be fair. Okay. So there we go. That's my first reward. Let's see what I get. Have I gone up a fame level? Yes, I have. 66 gold. Over 600 gold now. That will come in handy for next week, of which there will be quite a number of cars to upgrade, I feel. So that's one reward. Should now get a second reward for going above 25%. There we go. And 750 VP. I'm not sure that's going to do a great deal. Okay. So I'm at 26% at the end of tier 4. That doesn't quite work, does it? Okay, in terms of maths, you know, if each tier was 26%, that'd be a lot more than 100%. But there we go. 658 gold I'm at. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So tier 5, 3 more races. Let's start with the autocross. Oh, there we go. First, so we're coming up to an hour. Well, might as well service the car. It's free and it's instant. Let's do elimination next. So there we go. Already in first. It really is relatively straightforward at this stage. Watch it be impossible when we get to tier 20 because we need to upgrade. I do feel like I can just throw this car around. It's definitely not sliding a great deal. I mean, to be fair, if I put a great big massive spoiler on a car like that, and then it was still sliding it all over the place, I'd be very disappointed. Carlos says he has to go. So it's good stream for you and good afternoon. Thanks, Carlos. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. Always very good to see you, and thank you for joining. maybe get to see you tomorrow. Okay, so I've only got first and second left. I am like 500 yards ahead of second. So this is going to be relatively straightforward again. There we go. Another first. Let's just put that over there. Okay, there we go. Another one down. Okay, so left in tier 5 is the Cup. It's the Bugatti circuit. It's 3 laps. Let's see how we get on. Yeah. Possibility of getting messy now because they're like 4 abreast. At least it feels like they are. There you go. Up into 5th. Again, relatively clean for me. Oh, a little bump there, but I find myself in 1st already. A little bit of a stutter there. I hope that's not the AirPlay application on the PC playing up or the laptop playing up. Oh, and now I'm losing it a bit now. A slight loss of focus and I'm all over the place. Enrico Deans on the YouTube side has just joined the chat. It says just joined. Welcome along, Enrico. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining. I am just on tier 5. Sorry, excuse me. Yes, I'm just on the Cup on tier 5, Enrico. So I've just got over 25%. Well, let's get back to focusing because I've made the car slide a few times in this race. So there we go. So first on a free lap cup in on the Bugatti circuit. Car needs servicing, not a problem. It's free and it's instant. Tier 5 complete. Skip video. I'm not going to play that today. 33%. There we go. That's not too bad. Now, what was that? That was 83. Sorry. I do apologise for that. That's bit of a coughing fit there. I think it's more to do with the fact I've got the heating on and I was drying up a bit. Okay, so tier 6, head to head. Hopefully my voice will return, or maybe that will be for the best. So one of the things I was looking at is the fact that from tier 5 to tier 6, there's a 0.8 increase in minimum PR on the cup race. So if you were to extrapolate that out against the remaining remaining 10 tiers, that's another 8 PR, which does mean, with my car sitting at 90.9, it's unlikely I can complete this limited series with the car at its current PR. Which is a shame, but there we go. So, so Enrico said he wanted to know if it's worth spending 400 gold to win it. You might find you might need to spend more than 400 gold. My immediate reaction is, unless you've got a shed load of gold, no. It's also going to cost you very close to 3 million R dollars. It's a very expensive car. I already have this car, and as I said at the beginning of the stream, unless you've got loads of free money, free gold, free R dollars, I wouldn't. If I didn't own this car, I wouldn't be doing this event. because it is very expensive and you don't get a lot of reward back. I had a quick look, and it doesn't matter whether or not you own the car or not. You're only ever going to get 50 gold for completing the limited series. And I don't think, see here, I've upgraded 3 across the board, and it doesn't look as if that's going to be enough to get to 100%. So I'm saying that's a no. Yeah, so again, in terms of what I'm going to do, I'm not going to take this car to to completion in terms of the limited series. I already own the car. I've got the car, 3 upgrades across each of the 7 upgrade areas. As soon as I hit the PR limitation, I will stop racing. I am not spending any more gold on this car at this moment in time. I do think they're a bit stingy with the reward for if you were racing this car for the first time and you had the potential of winning it, to only get 50 gold back, I think is a little bit stingy. But there we go. Okay, so the cup is now getting longer. So it's 83.8 in terms of minimum PR. It's Mount Panorama. It's 4 laps. Let's see how we get on. So Rico has put, no, I don't think I will. I will leave it alone. Yeah, if you've not got loads of gold, I think it's way too expensive. And the reward that you get back is also very low. Oops, a daisy. Now, my throat's still playing up. Just give me a minute. What I'll do is I'll return shortly. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. So in the chat, yeah, I say I'm back. My voice is still struggling. Ayaka has put, this Porsche has 2 events, Indomitable and Exclusive Series. It does, but the problem with the exclusive series is you do have to upgrade the car to 100%, and that's very expensive. Um, it looks like it's going to be. In fact, let me just bring up the. If you were to fully upgrade this car, which I definitely wouldn't advise to do at this moment in time, let's have a look. To fully upgrade this car will cost 1,420 gold, which is a massive amount. And in terms of, it looks like in terms of our dollars, it's a total of 3.4 million our dollars. So yeah, very expensive. So Enrico's put, I honestly believe no single upgrade should cost more than 100 gold. I don't mind upgrades being expensive so long as the reward on the car is, comparable. If it's not, then I'm kind of with you on that. It is a currency pit. You are indeed correct, Enrico. And in fairness, the only reason why I'm racing this is because I already own the car. But as I said, if you do have some money or some gold, I, I, I mean, ideally, you would have preferred to race it in the event that it was in, because I've obviously won this car with the upgrades free across the board, and it does look to me like you can't do the limited series with that, which is a shame, especially with the limited series only giving 50 gold. I think that's quite poor. Okay, so there we go. That's lap one. I am in the lead. I'm ahead by 100 yards. Fortunately, it looks like my voice is a little bit better now. I did turn the heating off as well as get an additional drink of water. Oh. So Enrico has put, yep, the rewards are not good for it. No, they are not. I do think it's poor show that effectively, I mean, it looks to me you're going to be spending at least 600, possibly 700 gold on this car in a series that only gives you 50 gold back. I do think that's very poor. I mean, Real Racing 3 do sort of take the Michael sometimes on these rewards, but that's poor by their standards. Okay, so coming up to the end of the penultimate lap, and I'm 500 yards ahead. So I've already said some bad things about this car in terms of the cost. It does handle very well, and it is very quick and accelerates. Its acceleration is very good as well, but who can justify in a game that has limited rewards in terms of gold as it is, spending 700 gold on upgrades to only get 50 gold back? The car itself only costs 900 gold. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So for me, this is a complete opposite to the Ferrari F8 Tributo, which we all thought was relatively expensive in terms of costing just under $2 million and around 350 gold in terms of upgrades. But then once you'd won that car, you had the opportunity of racing in at least 4 series within the game, as well as an exclusive series for that car. This car just simply doesn't compare. Again, I'm just basing it on cost reward. I guess a cost reward analysis. But there we go. That's how it is sometimes. This is technically now the second limited series I will not have completed by choice in this update. I'll service the car because it's free and it's instant. Okay, what's the percentage at? Let's have a look. Skip video, 40%. So it looks like I've got to do, which kind of makes sense, up to tier 8. That would be technically half the tiers completed, and therefore I will hit 50%. I will probably look to end the stream round about there, and then I'll look to get this limited series as far as I can in tomorrow's live stream. But as I said, it looks like it won't be to 100%. So Enrico is now saying, oh, actually, I might have enough money to do it at the weekend. Okay, yeah. I mean, again, if you're doing it the weekend, you should be able to see how close I get to completing the series, or maybe even how far off I am of completing the series with each of the upgrade areas being at level 3. I myself would not have gone for this car if I didn't have it. Definitely, that would have been my decision. I would have probably done the first tier of upgrades because that's our dollars. Got plenty of our dollars. But if I didn't have the car, I wouldn't spend any gold on it at this stage. If you're somebody like Lee in the chat, if he's still in the chat, he's got like I think is it 21,000 gold. So if you've got that amount of gold and you don't own the car, it makes sense to do it. You're not you've got enough gold not to worry about what the next event round the corner is. But if you're around the 1,000 mark, I do understand the need to do it, but it's really expensive. It's a really expensive car. So on to endurance around the Italian Grand Prix track. Oh dear. I will do this properly this time. I will wait for the seconds to be below 80 seconds before overtaking the next car. Oops, a daisy. Ah, right, okay. Enrico's talking about the F8 Tributo. Yes, yes. Yeah, well, that definitely makes sense. I would definitely recommend giving that car a go. You'll have seen in my stream, you upgrade it to free across the board, and there's not really a hard goal. And as I said, then once you've opened, A, you get more reward, B, it costs you a lot less, and C, once you've opened it up, you've got 4 series that you can potentially race in it, plus an exclusive series. If you did want to upgrade it to 100%, which I would not advise, I'd wait until there was a discounted offer on the upgrades. So look at that. I've already got 5 miles on the clock. I've only got to get to 6.4 miles to be first. Okay, there we go. So that's that car done. Okay, so I just pause it there because I just want to check when the I know I recently did the Ferrari F8 Tributo, but I'm not entirely sure when that ends. Let's have a look. Yeah, so that was available last Friday. Let me have a look and see how long you've got. Oh, right, okay. So this event is available to start from Friday, December the 13th until the round ends on Monday, January the 13th. Okay, yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely you can do that. A good choice, Enrico, a good choice. You'll enjoy that event and you'll have lots of fun with that car. And it won't cost you a fortune. And you might even make quite a bit of the money back. So there we go. So I've got first already. I've still got 65 seconds on the clock. Um, I'm close to 9 miles. Just a case of going through the motions now. Okay, so 60 seconds left on the clock, 11 miles on the board. It's not even close from the endurance perspective. So there we go. So 13 miles on the board. There we go. 14 miles. 40 seconds left to go. I'll probably get at least 16 miles. There we go, 16 miles. Oh, I didn't quite catch that car though. But 16 miles is a good mile count. Easily won. 16.3 miles scored compared to second, who I think was only 6.3 miles. There we go. Car will obviously need servicing, but it is free and it is instant. So there we go. Done already. Skip video. Okay, so tier 7, just the cup left. I'm at 44%. It's another 4-lap special, this time around the Dubai Autodrome. Should be another victory, hopefully. Let's go. So I'm on the wrong side here, so I like to be on the outside, like to stay out of trouble, at least until the second corner. There we go, up into 9th, 7th, 5th, 4th. A little bit messy there. 2nd, 1st. So Ayeka has put playing drag race and 5 times lose will decrease the first place distance in the endurance. Is that true? I wasn't aware of that. I mean, again, in limited series, the endurance is only going to be round the 6 mark. And again, if you're playing endurance in either a normal series or an exclusive series, if you do take your device offline, it will result in you playing computer opponents. So that will always mean in an endurance race, you'll only have to beat between 6.3 to 6.7 miles. But I wasn't aware of that. I'm intrigued how that works. Josie is in the chat. I don't actually understand what you're saying, but welcome along. Good to have you with us. So I'm on the penultimate lap. I am first by 500 yards. I've decided to go off track because for no reason whatsoever. Well, there we go. I'm back on track and just coming up to the end of the penultimate lap. Yeah, so it's a bit of a strange limited series, this one. I can't say I'm overly impressed. I do like the car, it's just too expensive. I mean, fortunately, I already own it. But yeah, I don't quite understand why the exclusive series is paying so little back. Although I am starting to think whether or not the exclusive series always does pay that amount back, no matter what the car. Oh, sorry, not the exclusive series, the limited series. Again, that's probably okay if the limited series allowed you to only upgrade to 3 upgrades across the board. But I'm not convinced this one will. Oh, Jose's saying that's good morning in his language. Okay, well, good morning. Welcome. Okay, so car needs servicing again, but it's free and it's instant. I guess that's going to take me up to either 46% or 47%. What I will do at this stage is I will complete the next tier. Let's have a look. Yeah, 46%. So I'll complete tier 8 and then I'll end the stream there and look to do a second stream tomorrow. Where I will take this series as far as I can get. And I suspect I won't be able to take it to 100%. So again, if I have a quick comparison, so tier 7, the cup was 84.6, tier 8, it's 85.4. So again, it's still adding 0.8 to each cup. So with 8 left, so that's 6.4. 6.4 will mean at the very least it is 91.8. And my car is 90.9. Now, technically speaking, I think that would mean I'd need 2 upgrades. There we go. Yeah, you just won't do it. You just won't do it. It's crazy money. Crazy money. Now, the cheapest option, if you did want to do it, would be the engine. So even though the engine is very expensive at 190 gold, at least the next upgrade on engine means you just spend in R dollars. Whereas if you chose any 2 of the other upgrades, let's choose the brakes, 125. And what's probably the cheapest option after that? Possibly suspension. I don't think it's going to be body. Yeah. So suspension. Oh, no. There we go. Body. Body's cheapest. 140, 125. That's 265 gold. That's a crazy amount of money. Okay, there we go. Up into second. There we go. Going to get first at this corner. It is a shame because the handling on this car is very good. I do like it, how it handles, but it's just not worth the cost. There we go. So, four cars left in the race. I am first and 400 yards ahead of second. So Jose has put bad luck then. I was actually considering getting the car. Well, it is expensive. So it is all to do with how much gold you've got and how much R dollars you've got. I do honestly think it's going to cost you in the region of at least, I think it's going to cost you at least 650 gold. Let's say 700 gold just to be safe. But then in terms of our dollars, it's going to cost you the maximum amount, which I think is about 3.4 million R dollars. So it's a very expensive car. And the only reward you get for completing this series is 50 gold in total. Now, obviously, you will open a new series, but that series won't be giving you a lot of gold back, and it's only in one series. It does have an exclusive series, but we did take a look earlier, and it was going to cost you in the region of 1,400 gold to fully upgrade that car. Yeah, so don't let me influence your decision. But all I'm saying is cost reward is a negative for this car. It's going to cost you a lot of gold, a lot of R dollars, and you're not getting a massive reward back. And it's not available in a great number of series. And it's possible you've probably already opened up that series, and you may already have one of the other cars in that series. So that would even mean once you'd won it, you're probably not going to earn a massive amount of money on top of the 50 gold from the limited series. So yeah, the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, no. I mean, I do have the car, unfortunately, but I won this. I don't think I won this in a limited series. I won the car in an event, and I upgraded to 3 across the board, and I was able to win it. You can't win this car going 3 across the board in this limited series. That's what it looks like at this moment in time. So I'm going to do this Hunter race, and then I'll do the Cup. I'll get my 50% reward, and I'll end part 1 of this limited series. And part 2, where I get to whinge and complain about how expensive this car is, will be tomorrow. Okay, so I'm in 4th. There's 3rd. Oh, I just messed that up. Might even get caught. No. Still managed to win it, having smashed the car. There we go. So I'm not sure if that has taken me to 50% or whether it's taken me just below. I mean, theory, it should be just below, with it being the halfway point once completed tier 8. There we go, 50% before completing tier 8. So I will still do the cup, but there we go. Some more gold. I've earned enough VP to get a reward as well. I'm at 51%. I will do the cup. I will collect the reward, which was M dollars. Thank you very much. A nice stash of M dollars I've now got, just shy of 4.7 million. Back into the limited series. The cup, I'm not a fan of the circuit, the motorcycle course at Daytona. 4 laps again. Let's see how we get on. Zeljiko Blazovic says, "Are Real Racing 3 legend game?" It is a very good game. It is a legend game. Some of the cars, though, are very expensive, and this is definitely one of the cars. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting a comment in the chat. Very much appreciated. But obviously, as I'm playing it, I do enjoy racing in Real Racing 3. I just get annoyed sometimes by the cost of some of these cars and some of these upgrades. Okay, there we go. So I'm up into 8th. I'm going to go round the outside. I think I can take this guy. There we go. Fifth. Fourth. Okay, so I'm in striking distance of winning this then in if I've got another 3 laps out of this. So this car is well suited to this particular track. I think it was the Nissan 240Z that also had a race in the exclusive series. It was a 4-lap special, and I did struggle a few times before I did actually get first. This car is doing it very easily. Although, again, one of the differences is this is a limited series. I'm only at tier 8, so the PR for this race is a lot lower than the PR of my car. And obviously that's very different in an exclusive series. But I do feel like in terms of the car, it's excellent. Prolific Winters enters the chat. Hello, welcome along. I'm not quite reading what you're saying, but welcome along. Thanks for joining. Thanks for commenting in the chat. So there you are. I'm already in first before the end of lap 2. 200 yards ahead of second. So no problem in terms of completing tier 8. So Jose asks, is he asking for gold? Is that even a thing in Real Racing 3? I've never seen the ability to have gold donated to you. The only thing I've ever seen is you have to buy gold, which obviously I'll never be doing that. I'll tell you what, I wish. I mean, I know they won't. They'll never do this. But I've always wondered if they would ever add a convert button in the game to convert our dollars into gold. So, you know, like sometimes on an upgrade, you can either use our dollars and gold. And obviously, you'd always use our dollars. But doesn't that mean there's a comparison between the value of our dollars and the value of gold? And therefore, why not add a button to convert your our dollars to gold? That would make, I mean, in fairness, that would make the game quite easy and straightforward, to be fair. But yeah, suspect that won't happen either. But there we go. So, tier 8 now completed. So even though, and this is a bit odd, I find this very strange. If I service the car, even though there are a total of 16 tiers, I'm more than 50% through the game. Even though obviously tier 8 compared to tier 16 should be 50%. So I don't know if it means one of the tiers later on has fewer races in it. Obviously, up to this point, all the tiers have had 3, unless I've counted wrong, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, I have. I've counted wrong. There's 15. Right, okay. Ooh. Okay, so let's just do the maths then. So 86.1. Ooh. 86.1. So that's 0.7. So I have gone a little bit. So we've got 15 tiers. So we've got 6 tiers left. So 6 times 0.7 is 4.2. So 4.2 would make that 90.3. Oh, it's going to be touch and go. Well, okay, that's a good way to end the stream. A possibility, the car at 3 upgrades per upgrade option, of which there are 7, might be enough. Not sure at this moment in time. So there are actually 15 tiers. I've got 6 tiers left to do. Now, whereas all the way from tier 1 to 8, it's added 0.8 to the PR minimum PR for the cup. From 8 to 9, it's added 0.7. So if it continues that trend, my car will have enough PR. But you're going to have to find that out in tomorrow's stream. So there we go. So that's 8 tiers done. Sorry. Yeah. So it's point 0.7. It's point 0.7, isn't it? So, point 0.7 times 7. Point 0.7 tiers times point 0.7 is 4.9, which will mean my car will be one point 0.1 PR short if they continue doing the point 0.7 upgrade for the remaining 7 tiers. I apologise for my maths there. I must have had what is commonly known as a brain fart. So it to me still looks like I will just miss out, and I will need to apply an upgrade, but we won't know until tomorrow's stream. Jose says the sun will run out before they'll do that. I know. I know. I know they won't ever do it. I know for them it's all about getting customers to purchase gold. I understand that. But would it not be nice? So there we go. So I'm up to 53%. I suspect in tomorrow's stream I won't get to 100% unless I apply an upgrade. So tomorrow's stream will be a little bit earlier, and the reason being is it means. Sorry, let me go into one of the. Let me just go into one of the races. It means the car will still have instant and free servicing. So tomorrow's stream will be earlier. It will be at 1:30 p.m. there or thereabouts, UK time. So I hope you'll look to join me and to effectively see part 2 of this Porsche 911 GT2 RS Club Sport 25 Limited Series. Boy, is that a mouthful. They really do need to name their cars just a little bit shorter, I feel. Anyway, there we go. So that's the end of the stream for today. As I said, there will be another stream tomorrow where I will take that limited series as far as I can take it. I'm not going to apply any upgrades. It just isn't worth it. I've already got the car. But obviously, in terms of you guys, if you haven't got the car, at least you'll be able to see whether or not you can get the car to 100% in the limited series on just free upgrades, or whether or not an additional upgrade is required. So, with that being said, Ayaka has put, see you tomorrow, Mr. Tony. Very good. Thank you. I hope to, if not to see you, which technically I guess I don't, to see you in the chat. That'll be nice. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. And same to everybody else as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting in the chat if you did. In regards to what's left of your day, I hope it's a very good one. As I said, I hope I get to see you tomorrow and you get to join in with the chat and join in with the racing. Tomorrow's stream, just to repeat, will be at 1:30 p.m. on Thursday the 19th UK time. With that being said, all that it's left for me to do is to thank you and to say goodbye. Until tomorrow.